Second. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Zoom. My name is Lori Ferraro, and I am Zooming in from Boise, Idaho. It's great to be on here tonight, and thank you for taking just a little bit of time out of your day to let us share with you tonight. We're gonna share about 7 products that are healthy living products, and I'm just really appreciative for them because I know I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older. I'm 51. I'm a wife. I've been married to my husband Greg for 32 years. I'm a mom of 2 beautiful daughters. We have two son-in-laws, and we have three grandsons. So
Woohoo.
for Nemo and a Papa as well. So not getting any younger, guys. And wellness is very, very important to me, and I think it should be important to all of us. And so I'm excited to have our guest speaker, Dr. Phil, who is on here tonight, who is going to be running through all of these products with you and why each of them are so important for our bodies and some of the things that they do for our bodies. We also have 7 people that are going to share testimonials of some things that these products have helped to support them in. So I'm really excited to be on here tonight. And I just want you guys to sit back, relax, enjoy hearing about some healthy living products. Have your favorite drink in your hand. You can be snuggled up on your couch or in your favorite chair, or heck, you can be in your pajamas in your bed, whatever it may be. You know what? Just be comfy and cozy, and we're going to have a really nice hour together. So, with that, I would love to introduce my friend, someone who is also very passionate about health, also very knowledgeable about health, and I'm going to let him tell a little bit more about himself. But I am so honored to have on here with me tonight, Dr. Phil.
Oh, thanks, Lori. It was such a pleasure to be here. I grew up in East Texas, actually, from a large Catholic family. I'm still Catholic. I love the Lord. I'm a husband to my beautiful wife, Ann, and seven wonderful children. We have 2 girls and 5 boys, so we're trying to put together a basketball team now. But no, I went to a high school up here in North Idaho, met my wife, and joined the Air Force. And we moved kind of all over. We were living in Florida and Germany. I was in Afghanistan, and it was really in Afghanistan in my prayer time that God led me to be a chiropractor. And and in this journey, it's just been an incredible journey where I've met amazing people like Curtis, who introduced me to 3, and to Lori and Greg, which I'm very grateful to have them as friends now, and as mentors, as people who can teach me how to do this business successfully. So I'm really appreciative of your guidance and your leadership, yours and Greg's leadership. So thank you for that. And but yeah, I'm excited to share some of these products.
You're so welcome. And thank you for taking time. I know your schedule is very tight. I know it's very busy. You're running a full-time practice. Like you said, you're a husband, a father to 7. I love it. To 7. How awesome is that, you guys? And you just have, we all have a busy lives, right? And like I said, running a full-time practice and all of those things going on. So we just all appreciate you being on here and also appreciate your service so, so much. I can't thank you enough for your service. And I want to give up my huge shout out, hats off to every military person on this Zoom. Can't thank you guys enough. What you have done for all of us, it means the world to me. So that is my heart. So I have to always say
Thank you
that.
for the support.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to serve for me, for sure.
It means the world to us. So, well, let's get into our first product. You guys, our first product is called Vitalite. And this is a little packet that we have. So there's 30 packets inside of here, and there's 5 supplements in each packet. And I love to start my day with my Vitalite, and I love that I'm able to take it on an empty stomach and not have an upset stomach, not feel like I want to vomit. I can just take it right away, all 5 supplements on an empty stomach, and it also gives me a lot of energy. But I am not the doctor, so I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Phil to share a little bit more about Vitalite.
You know what? You bring up a really good point, though, Lori, because as far as it not being able to take it on an empty stomach, a lot of that has to do with the fillers, which you've talked about as well. And one of the things about the supplement industry itself, it's an incredible industry to get in, and it's a really competitive industry to get in because there are really good products, but there's also really bad products. And the really bad products have a lot of fillers, and they hurt a lot of people's stomachs. So one of the reasons we'll see a common thread throughout all of these products and how they all kind of work really well together. Dr. Dan has done a phenomenal job with all of these and how well he kind of intermingles them all to work very congruently with each other. So I love the Vitality because of that one point that you said. A lot of my patients are saying they weren't able to take other multivitamins because it hurt their stomach. This one they're able to take, and it's not hurting their stomach at all. Not to mention I mean, the 72 different trace minerals. You have the probiotics, so it's packed with billions of probiotics that we need for gut health. We're going to see other things throughout this talk tonight, the importance of gut health and why these things are important, but it'll be nice to see how we're going to be cleaning up the gut. And then you have the probiotics and the Vitality that's going to help restore a good gut microbiome, which is really important. Another thing that I really like to touch on in especially the Vitality is the importance of absorbing B vitamins and the methylation process of these B vitamins when they are already methylated, that we can absorb them much easier. And he's done a phenomenal job at getting these B vitamins methylated so that we can utilize them properly. So we're going to be seeing a lot of collagen throughout this talk because of how important it is for our whole body. I mean, you're talking about not just hair, skin, and nails, but we're talking about a lot of other things that we're going to get into. But in order to utilize collagen, we need to be able to absorb B9 or folate. We can't, and that's where you find a lot of Ehlers-Danlos. You have a lot of where you have issues methylating B vitamins from the MTHFR biomarker, gene biomarker. It's about 60% of the population can't methylate B vitamins. So this is huge. Along with, I think I mentioned in the past too, when I was taking embryology, one of the things that can cause Downs, this is just something that they mentioned, Down syndrome is often caused from folate deficiency. So if you're getting the right B vitamins, you're absorbing these B vitamins, you're utilizing them, you're making your joints strong, your tendons strong, your myofascia is healthy, your gut is healthy. You can prevent these issues and have healthy babies as well. So it's incredible.
What a way to start the day, right? Each and every day. And like you said,
Right.
it's absorbing and we don't have the filler, so we don't feel sick. That's huge, huge. And to actually get B vitamins, I mean, all these people are spending a lot of money on supplements and
Mhm.
we're not always getting what we think we're getting, correct?
Right, right. I mean, you have a perfect story about this, right? With with the porta potties.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
My uncle in Minnesota, this was many, many years ago, you guys, and he had a porta potty business and it was called the Little Stinker. And he would have his porta potties at softball fields and concerts and all different things. And when he would empty the porta potty, he said, you spray it all out with a hose, and at the bottom of the porta potty is a grate. And on that grate, he said there would be a mound of whole vitamins, full vitamins, however they looked when you took them, they looked when they came out. He said just a big mound of them. And he said, and two of them, you could always still even read the label, and that was Centrum and one a day. So kind of scary.
And both of those are probably one of the biggest sellers too in the big markets like Walmart and Costco. So yeah, the absorbability is huge. And you said you also have another testimony for Vitality. Is that right?
I sure do. I'm going to turn it over
Awesome.
to Karen. Yes.
All
Hey,
right.
all. Hey, my name is Karen Bateson. I am over in Matthews, North Carolina. And I hope my internet's well because we're having a crazy windstorm over here in the east. But I'm going to talk about Vitalite because one time I did this and I wanted Vitalite and didn't get it. So here I'm going to talk about it tonight. So um, there are a very there's so much that I like about this product because one of them is just peace of mind because I know that I'm getting my phytonutrients for the day. Like I just know that whatever I do, whatever I eat on top of this, I know I'm covered. It's like a coverage. And then also it gives me energy. It just gives me this energy, and I'm an intermittent faster. I don't eat until about 2 o'clock, and I can do that because I take my Vitalite and it covers me. It gives me that I can take it on an empty stomach. It keeps me full for the morning. I drink my water, I drink my coffee, and I'm good. And that's what I just love that about it, because without that, I don't think I could do it. And the intermittent fasting is really working for me. And then the gut health, as Dr. Phil mentioned, it's just done wonders for keeping everything moving. And as a woman of 52 and a grandma, I got to keep things moving so I can have that energy. So that is very helpful for that. My sleep is better. And the biggest thing, and that's a lot, those are a lot of things. But the thing that I notice the most, if I forget my Vitalite, is I can't remember my own damn name. It's just amazing that I can't, it's just like a memory issue. And before I started taking this product, I was beginning to think I was losing my mind. And if I forget to take it on those days, I'm like, what is, especially if it's like a couple days in a row, I'm like, what is wrong with me? And I'm like, oh. So I make sure if there's nothing else that I take, I make sure I take my Vitalite so I can think and remember what day it is. So that's what I got.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Karen.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. You know, I mean, yeah, we're not getting younger, right? We gotta keep our wits about us.
Yeah, and those omega-3s are incredibly important for brain health. Yeah, and brain function. And that's why you have like for pregnant moms. I had my wife on this when she was expecting, because most of the prenatals are garbage too, even the ones that are prescribed. So they're way too high in iron, and it's not an iron that you're going to absorb. So you end up getting really constipated, and you're not absorbing the nutrients anyway. So those, one of the things when you hear pregnancy brain, oh man, I have pregnancy brain, it's a real thing, because babies are going to be leaching off of you from two big ones are calcium and omega-3s. So it's
Can I add
important
one
because
more
their nervous
thing?
systems are growing so fast. Go ahead, Karen.
You mentioned iron. I gave blood today, and for the longest time before I started taking Vitalite, my iron was too low, my blood pressure was too high. I just could not give blood today. My iron was way above, my blood pressure was way low, like in the normal range, and they didn't even hesitate to take my blood today. And that was
That's
the biggest,
awesome.
yeah, that was the biggest feat for me, because I knew I wasn't healthy every quarter when I tried to give blood, because they wouldn't take it because things weren't working.
Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
so today was a good day. It's a good day.
That's awesome. And it's got a bunch of chlorophyll in it, which is also going to detox things. So it binds to things and it detoxes. So yeah, that's incredible. Thank you, Karen.
Very, very powerful. Wow, that's really powerful. And you know, when you were saying about blood, you just reminded me. So this past week was my annual physical. And when I went in, because I had to give blood a couple days before so they could run my blood and tell me about it at my physical. And I do like to work out, you guys, but I have to be honest and tell you it hasn't been happening lately. It's just been really, really busy, and it hasn't been happening like it should be. And this is what the doctor said. He said, well, your blood work is absolutely fantastic. He said, you must be working out a lot. And I was like, well, no, it's my supplements. Well, let's move on to collagen.
It's true.
Um,
Yeah.
I love these products. So Karen, you and I are on the same page. So yeah, collagen, you guys. And when people hear collagen, a lot of times they think hair, skin, nails, which is a good thing, but there's a lot more to this. And Dr. Phil, I'll let you share, because I mean, like you said, everything's going to kind of intertwine, and a lot of it's going to go back to collagen. So and it's a liquid collagen, you guys, marine-based liquid collagen, and they come in these little sachet packs. You just open and you just drink it down.
Right. Well, yeah. One of the reasons I love collagen so much is because of what it's doing for people's gut health, like what we mentioned a little bit ago. I don't know how many of you on here know this, but when we take something like ibuprofen, there actually, I could get into a couple of things with NSAIDs, but with ibuprofen specifically, it's going to strip the collagen that holds the villi in the small intestine together. And that opens up those villi in the small intestine. So now you're not breaking down whole foods the way that we should be. And it's slipping in between those villi, and it's getting into the blood system, whole food is. And so that creates leaky gut syndrome. A lot of people have leaky gut issues. And then what that leads to on top of that is autoimmune issues, because now your immune system is going after those whole food particles. So when you start taking the collagen, you'll find that your gut health starts improving because of that. Because it's healing in between, it's healing those villi up, it's healing the collagen and then you pair it with the folate that you're getting in Vitality. Now you're utilizing the collagen the way you're supposed to be using it. It's going to be making your joints stronger. It's going to be making it's going to actually start decreasing some of the pain. We're going to be talking about that here in a little bit too, because the pain is going to start decreasing. We have another one for that as well for the inflammation, but the inflammation is going to start calming down. You're going to be absorbing and utilizing that collagen the way that it's designed to be used, and it's a powerhouse. The combination of these two alone are such a powerhouse for your health. I was telling you last time, I injured my knee a few weeks ago playing basketball. So this is an old injury, and I re-injured it. And I was working that week in the office, and by Thursday, man, I couldn't hardly walk because my meniscus was hurting so bad in my knee, the cartilage in my knee. I was starting to limp around, and so I went and I started taking the collagen and the Vitality together when I was taking it. And by Friday morning, I was back at work Friday morning, and I didn't have any pain in my knee. The whole weekend, I didn't have any pain in my knee, and the rest of the week, I was working full schedules, and my knee hasn't been hurting me since. So it's this is amazing. This is amazing stuff. Not to mention the vitamin C. And you had a testimony with your thumb, right? When you tore the ligament in your thumb.
Yes. And the only thing I ever did different, I mean, I was just taking collagen. They thought I was going to have surgery. And by the grace of God, I never had surgery and my thumb works just fine.
Right, right. That's amazing. Yeah, and we also have another testimony for collagen. Is that right?
We sure do. We have Dr.
Awesome.
Caroline.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Hi.
Dr. Caroline, great.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm Dr. Caroline Hong from Australia. I'm actually speaking to you from a little beach town 400 kilometers north of Sydney. So I'm looking over the ocean, closest to the ocean. But I lived in Sydney for many years, in a very stressful life. So thank you, Laurie, and thank you, Dr. Phil. I'm going to share a little bit about the product collagen. I think for me, because I'm still registered as a dental surgeon, but I don't practice clinically anymore. I did practice for 15 years and then move on to senior management roles and was CEO for a number of years. But for me, having the product collagen, which is the only collagen containing product that is accepted and listed on the PDR, speaks volumes for me. It gives me peace of mind. Why? Because when I was a clinician, I have an equivalent reference guide. It's not called a PDR, but that just gives me peace of mind. So it's not what Dr. Dan said, not what Dr. Phil said, not what I said, but it's already third-party tested, clinically studied. It's got none of the bad things that you're not supposed to put in it. It's innovative, and it's also proven to be beneficial for human health. So for me, that's a big tick. But why collagen is so important for me? I did suffer from chronic gut health issues for over 10 years. And working in the healthcare system for 40 years, I was surrounded by doctors, but it was all Band-Aid type, yo-yo type solutions. I got better, I got worse, I got better, I got worse. And it was mostly investigative. I said, no more. I don't want you probing into my body anymore. I'll find ways to fix it. But I only actually seriously started taking collagen, which is the highly absorbable collagen containing product, plus all the other things like vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, biotin, keratin, that I began to realize how poor my nutrition was in terms of collagen, knowing what I know now, that from the age 30 onwards, my ability to make collagen actually slows down. So I'm so grateful that my husband and I have benefited so much. For me, my gut health healed. I can tell you a lot more and talk longer, but most importantly, my gut health healing accelerated with collagen for all the reasons that Dr. Phil touched on. My husband's skin lesions and precancerous lesions. The healing was helped tremendously with the collagen. His knees improved. He was using ibuprofen and he was using painkillers so that he could serve. So he doesn't need any of those anymore, and he serves like a 20-year-old. And also, I've added a Visage. So Visage plus collagen is just like reversing my age so many times. I use it 3 times a day, not twice. So that's what I want to share with you today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Carolyn. I really appreciate it.
Wow, what a blessing. I mean, what a blessing for you, your gut health, for your husband. I mean, with, you know, the precancerous thing. I mean, that is wild. I mean, that is really, really wild. I mean, it's such a great feeling knowing that we're taking products that are good for, I mean, that are actually working and the absorption. And I love how you mentioned the PDR, Dr. Caroline. I mean, to know that all 7 of our products, you guys, every single product we have is in that physician's desk reference, also known as the physician's digital reference. So that's a big, big deal. And if you have health professionals, I know there's several health professionals on here. If you have health professionals in your life, you do want to let them know that all 7 of our products are listed in that PDR. So I'm really glad you mentioned that, Dr. Caroline.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, and the microsomal absorption too with the collagen is huge. What Dr. Dan has done with all the products, but I have to go back and give credit to the man who's really putting the time into this. It's pretty fascinating.
He's a genius because I couldn't find an equivalent collagen product in Australia. And I actually researched even further, yes, last night. And I found that, you know, it says it's got superior collagen, and it actually has similar products, similar ingredients, almost exactly the same, like a copycat, but it doesn't absorb as well. And then the vitamin C is actually ascorbic acid, so that's artificial. And they do use the word no artificial, but you have to look carefully. No artificial coloring, it says, but we have no artificial fillers, no artificial of all the bad things. So it's
We are
Yeah, that's a
blessed.
good point.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
very blessed.
We sure are. Now, with the next one, Lori, we're going to talk about Revive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Revive is a big one, you guys, because this is going to help with inflammation. I mean, Revive is going to, and inflammation is the #1 cause of disease. And so there's all kinds of people that are struggling with different things due to, you know, inflammation in your joints, is arthritis, all of these types of things. And so if you want something that's really going to help, it's this Revive, and I'll let Dr. Phil share why. Why is that, Dr. Phil?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I should also add to what you're saying there, Lori, is the benefits just from a pain standpoint, the reduction of pain from taking Revive for a lot of my patients. They're saying, you know, a lot of people will take Tylenol or ibuprofen for pain. It's just a matter of fact. The Revive, they're saying when I tell them to take the Revive, they're saying that it's decreasing their pain far better than any of the NSAIDs that they've been taking, whether it's Tylenol, ibuprofen, or even stronger medications. And the reason is because of the inflammation, like what you were talking about. It's decreasing the inflammation. So when you think of arthritis, we normally think of, well, if we're getting old, we're going to have arthritis. That's just the way that it is, right? Well, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, because arthritis what is arthritis? It's inflammation of the joint, right? So what's causing the arthritis? We need to get to the cause of these issues, whether it be gut health, whether it be, which is going to include parasite infections. It's going to include metal toxicity. I was listening to a medical doctor the other day. He was saying he stopped testing his patients for heavy metal toxicity and parasites because everyone had them. He said there may be one person who doesn't have these toxicities, but that would be like 1 in 100 trillion. Those were the numbers he said. And so when you have inflammation, you need something that's going to go in, decrease that inflammation by healing the gut. One of the beautiful things about curcumin is that it helps you to start producing your own collagen. So here we go back. So what we were talking about, we're healing the gut, we're decreasing inflammation, we're killing these parasites, and killing the parasites with the curcumin. This is coming from a person who did a live study with a microscope showing what turmeric does to the most common human parasite, the fluke, the blood fluke. So, and it kills them within seconds. So it's fascinating how decreasing the inflammation is going to affect your joints. So we shouldn't have arthritis in the joints. That means something is wrong. Something is probably wrong in the gut. We need to be able, once we can decrease that inflammation, now we can start healing the gut. So we have something decreasing the inflammation, getting rid of the cause, and now the collagen is going to come in and start healing. You're going to start producing your own collagen, and now you're going to start absorbing the nutrients and vitality. It's incredible how these all work together.
It
So
really is. What a win-win-win. I mean, pretty soon I'm going to
absolutely.
say it 7 times by the end of the Zoom. We're on 3 products. Win-win-win.
I know.
I love it.
I know. We
And
could
I
do an
do,
hour probably on one of these products.
right? I do have an incredible testimonial for you. Sage is going to share a
Oh,
testimonial.
awesome.
And I just have to say I'm so thankful that Sage is with us and able to share this testimonial, and I'll let her explain. So take it away, Sage.
Hi guys, my name is Sage Nygaard and I am coming in from Post Falls, Idaho. I started taking Revive shortly after a car accident that I had been involved in. I ran a stop sign and I basically got T-boned. I got thrown into a ditch. So as you can imagine, I felt pretty crappy afterwards. And as per like hospital protocol, they obviously sent me home with painkillers. And because God is so good and he has a really awesome plan, Greg reached out to my husband and I a couple of weeks later and was like, hey, like, how are you doing? And my husband was like, not great. Like, she did this. And he's like, oh my gosh, like, I have something you guys need to try. You need to come check it out. And so he gave us a bottle of Revive and I loved it so much. I still take it. It was really awesome because, as you can imagine, the pain pills that the hospital had given me left me feeling groggy, tired. I had no ability to retain information. I could barely hold a conversation, and that was not how I wanted to be. And the Revive allowed me to experience far less pain. I was able to sleep. I was actually able to get myself out of bed in the morning. And that like clarity and peace of mind knowing that I wasn't putting all these really awful chemicals into my body that upset my stomach, constipated me, and just made me an absolute zombie of a person. But this Revive comes in and it really allowed my body to like calm down, relax, take a breather. Not only was my like face less poofy and my fingers were less poofy, but it was such a relief to be able to get myself out of bed, walk down the stairs, be able to move my arms a little bit. It was such a godsend because it is such a fantastic product because it's clean, it's gentle, it doesn't upset your stomach, and it had such phenomenal effects. It was really awesome to take.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sage. It's so great to see you here too. So I'm glad you joined us and shared that with us.
I am just you're a walking little miracle, and I'm so thankful you were able to share that testimonial. And wow, I'm so glad you're feeling better. You look fantastic. But number one, we're so glad you're with us. Yeah, this
Right.
is an incredible product, you guys. I mean, it again, inflammation, all the things, Dr. Phil was talking about. You just heard Sage's testimonial, but also I mean, it's not even a question. Another doctor was saying it, every person except maybe one in whatever, a million or whatever. We have parasites, you guys. That just grosses me out. So I feel like I need to take this whole bottle. I'm not recommending taking the whole bottle, you guys. I'm just saying I'm glad I'm taking those because I don't want any of that stuff. Well, let's move on to our next product, which is Purify. And this is a detox, you guys. This is going to help detox 5 major organs, which are your kidney, your liver, your lungs, your colon, and your skin. Our skin is a major organ, okay? It's our biggest organ. So to be able to detox all of our organs is a really big deal. And we should be cleaning out ourselves on a regular basis because we're hit with so many toxins each and every day, you guys. We're breathing them, we're drinking them, we're eating them. It's in our food, it's in our water, it's all around us. I mean, we can't help it. So it's really important to have, and I love how Sage used the word gentle, because I feel like all of our products are gentle, like gentle to our stomachs, to our bodies, yet they work with such a strength, if that makes sense. So I do love how Sage used the word gentle. I'm going to turn it over to you, Dr. Phil.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I love that she used gentle as well, because that's what I hear from all my patients as well. And everyone, all my friends that are using it, you're exactly right. They're saying that it doesn't hurt them, right? And
Yeah.
when you're purifying, when you're detoxing, so we have a humic and fulvic acid that are binding to these heavy metals. That's one of the big things that the Purify is doing, is decreasing the heavy metals, which is decreasing the attraction to the parasites. So the parasites are attracted to, the science is, they're still trying to figure it out. Is it the heavy metals that are attracting the parasites, or is it depleting the immune system so that it's weakened, so that it makes it more capable for the parasites to get in? Either way, it's a bad combination.
Yeah.
And when you get rid of these heavy metals, you start clearing up. Um, a lot of people will have brain fog from these kinds of toxins. I mean, you think about what did they do with paint years ago? They tried to get rid of all the lead paint because of all the children that were chewing on lead paint who were getting lead toxicity, right? Why is that? Because the amount of symptoms that heavy metals cause in people is kind of mind-blowing. So when we have something like Purify that's going in, detoxing all of these organs that you mentioned, the 5 organs that we mentioned, then you're going to strengthen your body's ability to reject infections like parasites and other infections as well. So Purify is huge. I know of our good friend Curtis. He knows someone who is a deep underground miner who was heavy toxic in lead, like he was going to lose his job, and it decreased his, in a matter of about a month, 3 weeks to a month, it decreased his lead in his blood by like 60%, I think he said. So I mean, this is huge. These things are huge, and it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt most people. Everybody's going to be a little different as far as sensitivity goes. So some people may be able to handle more of their Purify than someone else. But I'll tell you, a couple of my patients who have autism and have a couple of other issues going on, the binders of just getting rid of the heavy metals helped one go from nonverbal, severely autistic, to within, it was about a month and a half, he was able to say over 20 words. And by 6 months in, this is how important it is to get rid of these heavy metals. By about 6 months in, he was talking like a normal boy. And all he was able to do is scream. And now he could express himself. Now he could tell his mom. I mean, his mom was in tears telling me about how excited she was because her boys were acting normal, and they were happier because they could express themselves. So these things are huge, and we're inundated with these toxins from the food that we're eating, from what they're spraying on the foods, from what's in the water, what's, just in our environment. We're inundated with all these toxins. So one of the reasons why, one of the things that really turned me on to this company was that they created this product called Purify that's going in and getting rid of these toxins. So this is huge for me and for my practice.
Yeah. Wow. What a beautiful story. That almost brought tears to my, I mean, that's an incredible story. So yeah, you guys, it's detoxing heart, liver, lungs, kidneys, and your skin. Big deal. I do have a testimonial for you, Dr. Phil. I'm going to turn
Oh,
it
awesome.
to Victoria.
Hi, Victoria.
I wonder if she's on.
Are you muted?
She
You
might
might
be
be muted.
There she is.
I am here. I was
All
getting
right.
a little feedback. Hi, I am Victoria McCullough, coming to you from Little Rock, Arkansas. And Dr. Phil has done such a great job explaining why this works because I just know it works. So I'm going to talk a little bit about bowel movements. I know that's everybody's favorite topic. But being how I have been taking some GLP-1 medications in an attempt to get to a more healthier weight. A lot of the things out there to help you with staying regular are really harsh on you and bad for you, laxatives and things like that. I always and this is such a mild detox that I take it at night. I was told to take it at night because I guess that's when the body's at rest and your organs are at rest, and that way I guess it works better. But it just keeps me regular. It keeps me not bloated. One of the side effects of GLP-1 medications is that you are going to get constipated. So sometimes to the point where you can have like bowel obstructions and things like that. It can cause stomach paralysis. And when I talked to my doctor about taking Purify, he was all on board about it. He's like, sure, I don't see any, he looked it up and he's like, I don't see why not. And if it's helping, he didn't know much about it at that point. But he said, whatever is beneficial. And he said, yes, you're right. I don't want you taking laxatives or anything like that. So I was using it before I went on the GLP-1 medications. And just because I believe, I'm not the healthiest individual out there. And I believe any kind of cleansing and support that I can give my organs is always going to be a plus. So I love this product when I'm out of it. And I've had a couple instances where I miscalculated and took more than 2 because I thought more is better. And so then I ran out before my shipment came in. And then I can tell you, I can tell the difference. I can certainly tell the difference. So yeah, Purify is one of my favorite products on the list of the 3 products. They're all wonderful products, but Purify, I really love it.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing that, Victoria. That's a powerful message. And one of the things that I really like to point out on here about these testimonials and why they're important. Yes, they're anecdotal evidence. And someone may say that that's, not very strong evidence, but you know what? These are your stories. These are our stories. And this is how we help people around us and in our community to get better, because that's what we want. We want to help each other. And because it grows a stronger community, and these testimonials are beautiful, and I'm really grateful for you guys sharing these. So thank you, Victoria.
I am too. I agree. And Victoria, I just have to say thank you for being transparent. I know
Right.
maybe saying bowel movement is the most easy thing to do, but you know what? Everyone's appreciative. And guess what, guys? We all poop. There it
Everybody
is.
does it.
We all poop.
And Purify will help those do better.
Yes, it's
Absolutely.
a wonderful product. And again, gentle, right? So
Yeah.
there's
Right.
another winner for all of us, another winner.
And you can't detox if you're not getting it out.
And like I
Right?
said, I was taking, I took more than 2 a couple of times, and it didn't hurt me. So that's how gentle it is.
I love
Right.
it. Love it.
If I start feeling a cold come on, one of the things that I like to do is take a binder like Purify. I take a bunch of them and take it, whether it's like a stomach bug that I feel coming on, or if my kids have a stomach bug, I'll take the a binder like Purify, and it has kept me from getting these on multiple occasions.
I love that. I love that. Well, and that's going to roll right into our next product, Dr. Phil, which is immune. And this is going to help support a healthy immune system. I mean, we all want to bump up our immune system, right? It's important to have that healthy immune system and something to support it. And this product does just that. So I'll let you share a little bit about that, which kind of goes, again, they all work together, but it goes right along with what you were kind of saying about Purify.
They sure do. They work really well together. And I like what you said about that, because what I said a few weeks ago was we need the right weapons for the battle, right? When we're going outside, when our kids are going to school, there's inundated, it's just going to happen. They're going to be around. We're going to be around. What did I call this season? The sugar season, Lori?
Sugar season.
Yeah, it's not the flu season. It's not the flu that's making us sick. It's the sugar from Halloween all the way to Easter that's making us sick. There was a study that came out 45 minutes after eating sugar, it gets into your bone marrow and suppresses your immune system better than steroids that are designed to suppress your immune system. So
Wow.
sugar is one of the worst things. So we need the right weapons to battle that, to battle what we have going on. And the beautiful thing that I love about the immune is how effective it is at going back to what Dr. Dan has done with these products again, is the absorption. So for a virus to replicate in a cell, it can't have very much zinc in it. So when you're absorbing a lot of zinc, you need quercetin to absorb the zinc. When you have a cell that's full of zinc, then the viruses can't replicate in the cell. This is according to studies. And he has done such a tremendous job at making these ingredients absorbable and putting the right ingredients in the right supplement so that we can use them when we need them. They even use he calls it the quorum sensing support blend. So this is incredible. There is the quorum sensing is what the bacteria do to communicate with each other. And what he has done with these ingredients, with the quercetin, the mushroom, zinc, vitamin C, all these things, it inhibits that sensing, that communication between bacterial cells. So your immune system can get on top of it, bring things back under control, and make you feel healthy again. So it's incredible what these products are doing, and that's one of the biggest reasons why it's making you feel so much better.
I absolutely love that. I'm going to turn it over to our next testimonial, who is Kevin.
Hey everyone, I'm Kevin. I'm up here in Post Falls as well. I want to say thank you also for letting me share my story with everybody. And also at the same token, say it's not fair to only let me talk about one product, because I'm sure just like everybody else, we take so many things. With this one especially though, the bottom line is the body doesn't function the way that God intended it to function. It's just because the genetically modified foods that we're putting into our body, like Dr. Phil, you mentioned the water even. So my backstory is I did 21 years in the Navy, and all that time, I appreciate it. Thanks for your support. So during that time, we're hard on our bodies. We're hard on our digestive system. We're hard on our immune system. We don't know what we don't know until we realize that we don't know it. And one of the things that society has become is a reactive medication society. So with all the products with 3, I feel like it's more of a preventive. And with that, I got sick a lot. I was sick at least twice a year for the last probably 10 years. 2021, I was sick to the point where I had to go to the doctor, and really, really probably the sickest I've ever been. And then I got almost that sick again in 2023. But in the last year that I've been taking the 3 products, including the immune, it's been 12 months since I've been sick, and minor sniffles here and there. I mean, I have allergies, but for me to not miss a day of work is life-changing. And I've used that with 3 products, probably more in this last year than I have in my entire life. But these products are literally life-changing. When you have chronic issues that are remotely better, that's life-changing. Like we know that it's not a miracle drug, and it's not going to make, the lame walk or anything like that, but it can change your life. Any relief on a chronic level is life-changing. And immune for me has been life-changing.
Wow. Wow, that's really powerful, Kevin. I really appreciate you sharing that. And I bet you could go on a lot longer with the other products, like you were saying. Yeah. Yeah. And another thing that it's doing is enhancing the gut microbiome. So we're going back to the health of the gut and increasing your immune system through the health of the gut. So I mean, they're all working so well together. It just proves the genius of Dr. Dan and these products, right, Lori?
Yeah, absolutely. And I love how you use the word life changing. It was crazy because as you're saying it in my head, I'm thinking that's life changing. And then you said like it was right in my head. I'm like, yes, absolutely. And you guys, that's why it's so important for us to put these good products in our body. I know Dr. Phil has said on numerous occasions how they can put whatever on the shelves. It doesn't mean it's good for you. It doesn't mean your dollar is getting you what you think it is. You want to have products that are absorbing, that are actually working. And you hear testimonial after testimonial, and you hear words like gentle and life changing. I mean, these are big things. So I know I want to feel good. I want to help other people feel good. And I can't thank you, Kevin, enough for sharing your testimonial, for all the testimonials, but also for your service. So we appreciate you. And I'm so happy that you're feeling better. I'm so happy to hear that you're not having those struggles over the last 12 months. Like what a blessing. Like we have a gift that we need to share with people and keep sharing. And with that, I'm going to share another product. Are we okay to go on to another product? How about
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Eater
this is
Now?
awesome.
This
Oh
is
man.
another fantastic product. It's an antioxidant, you guys. This is a big, big deal. Again, it's in a little sachet pack. I love this as even a snack. I take more of these than is absolutely necessary. I mean, but I love them. I love them it's a good healthy snack. I love the way it makes me feel. It's great for recovering from workouts. I mean, I could go on and on. This product is absolutely fantastic, and I'm gonna yell it from the rafters, you guys, because I know that there's other women on here that are struggling with different. I mean, people struggle with all kinds of things, right? But anybody who's dealing with menopause, perimenopause, premenopause, I don't know, any word that has that in it, this will support that. How's that? This will support that in a big way. So I'm going to leave it at that. I know we have 50% of the population is female. The other 50% you live with one or no one. So there you go. There you go.
That's right. Or come from one.
Or come from one.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, and you're talking about something that's really important here with these antioxidants in this. I mean, this power punch of a antioxidant blend that also tastes really good and has collagen in it. It is an incredible product. I think it's one of the three products that Dr. Dan said if he only had three, which ones would he pick? That was one of them. And I think it has a lot to do with those antioxidants that are proven. The resveratrol is helping. It's healthy for the heart, so you're supporting your heart health. You're talking about glutathione. There you go, Lori. You're talking about glutathione, which what have we been talking about a lot tonight is toxins and getting rid of toxins. Glutathione is a really important antioxidant that your body produces, but we need help with it as well to get rid of toxins. So what happens when you get let's say a jab, for lack of better words? A lot of times when children get jabbed, then they are told to, well, just give them some children's Tylenol, they'll be fine. Well, guess what Tylenol does? It blocks the production of glutathione. So now you're not detoxing what you're putting into this body of this little tiny body that hasn't had a chance to develop an immune system. So that's one of the many reasons why glutathione is so important. It's also going to be, you mentioned it's really good for a post-workout recovery. It's because you're getting rid of all that lactic acid. So you're recovering faster. You're getting rid of these toxins. It's got the coenzyme Q10, which is also incredibly beneficial for the heart. It's a staple for heart health. And a lot of times we're not getting a lot of these nutrients in our bodies through our diet. So this thing really, really carries a strong punch. And it's
Really?
gentle, a gentle punch, if you will.
A gentle punch. I know we got gentle, but it's strong.
That's right.
Punch.
That's right.
I love
Yeah.
that. Love that verbiage. Well, let's go to Brenda. Brenda has a testimonial to share about Eater Now.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
I'm Brenda Cook, and I'm from the Rocky Mountains in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. And oh, I wasn't going to say my age, but you did, Lori, and you were talking about pre and post. Well, I'm definitely post, but so being 63, I retired and I was tired. I was losing my oomph. I'd always been very active and I was losing my desire for sports. I played a lot of squash, hiked, and this product, it is so well named. It is Eternal. It's the eternal youth, and it's the fountain of youth. And I really do feel with everything in it, as Dr. Phil was saying, we stopped producing that glutathione, early in our, like in our 30s, but a little less and less. So by 60s, I think I just needed this. And with the resveratrol, now I am playing. I played squash this last weekend in a tournament. They put me in the men's division. And so I was playing 6 foot
Awesome.
something, and I'm 5'1". But it's given me the power, and I won 3 matches, and then but you know what? To just be there playing and feeling good and enjoying. So whatever, you do, you can enjoy better. And then come Monday, I'm with my grandchildren and I'm at the pool and I'm playing with them. But this little packet that tastes so delicious, you crave it and you know the difference. Post-workout, pre-workout, and pre-grandchildren. So anyway, thank you so much for letting me share my favorite of many products that I use. Thank you,
Right.
Lori.
Thank you so much, Brenda. That's really powerful. I mean, that's a big deal. Like you said, like Kevin said, it's life-changing, right?
Another win, another win. And I
Yeah.
love how you were saying, Brenda, about, our glutathione production goes down and heavily decreases, probably starting somewhere around our 30s. And you guys, I am not a doctor. I've said this before. I only play one on TV randomly. Just kidding. But I would venture to guess, this is a Lori guess, Dr. Phil, a total Lori guess, Dr. Caroline, a Lori guess. But if our glutathione is going down in our 30s, and maybe there's that connection, if this is going to boost it up, when I'm saying for whatever reason this is a big help with the menopause word, you guys, it just makes me wonder. So I'm just throwing that out there, but
Yeah.
that's a
You're absolutely right, Lori. And in fact, another thing that starts when you're 30 is osteoporosis. So this goes back to vitality and getting those minerals that we need for bone health. I mean, it's all tied in together.
so important. And look at Brenda running around, 63.
Right?
She's just teeny and she's with the men, you guys. She's out
Yeah,
there.
she's whipping
Yeah,
up
I
on
can
all
do
the men.
this. I take gentle products, but I'm strong. That's Brenda.
That's right.
I love it. She is. She's a firecracker. And look how young she looks. Good Lord. My goodness. Well, how about we go on to Visage? I mean, speaking of looking young, this is
Oh
a
man.
serum that's going to help us look good and feel good. It's a neurocosmetic. They found there's a skin-brain connection. So when you put this product on, not only does it help your skin to look better, but it also helps you to feel better because there's that skin-brain connection. I mean, what an incredible, incredible product, Dr. Phil.
Yeah, I agree. And when you're talking about Dr. Dan again and getting the right products for the right ingredients for the right products, I mean, he went all out on this one. I mean, when you're talking about some of the products that we have, I was taking notes on, I was doing hours of research on just one of the ingredients in this product, and the amount of published studies on BAK or bakuchiol is really is pretty mind blowing, and what it's doing for our body. I mean, it's according to these journals, it's an antioxidant that's anti-inflammatory, it's anti-aging with estrogen-like effects, meaning it's making your skin more supple and more young looking, and it exerts a protective effects in the heart, liver, skin, and other organs. So I mean, this one ingredient, that doesn't even mention all the other ingredients. It's also going in. One of the things that a lot of people I don't think realize when they're getting these skin care products and putting them on their skin with the collagen in them is that it's often from animal collagen, and the cell structure is actually too large for your skin to absorb it. So you're actually not absorbing the collagen like what you think you are. So you might be spending a lot of money on these skincare products, and it's not actually helping rebuild your skin. This stuff, the Visage, more specifically, is actually it's actually healing your skin. It's making your collagen more supple. Your cells are actually living longer, healthier, and more vitalized. And another thing that one of these studies was showing in the Journal of Cosmetology, I believe, was that it inhibits the proliferation of cancer cells in the stomach, breast, and skin. So, and this isn't something I'm attributing to Visage. It doesn't heal cancer. What I'm saying is that bakuchiol, according to the research, which is in Visage, they are showing the conclusion of these studies is it's inhibiting the proliferation of cancer cells in all of these organs. So that's a big deal, especially when how many people is there anyone in the United States that doesn't know someone who has had cancer, has cancer, or has died from cancer? It's so prolific for some reason in our country, and I think it has a lot to do with the toxins, with the food, which are full of toxins, with just overall environment, with the heavy metals, with the parasites. We're not dealing with all these toxins, but these products are going to help you with all of these. And one last thing I would like to say, Lori, is there was a study in 2013 that found that there were no therapies that help with the damage that is caused from the blood going back into the tissue after a heart attack. That causes damage, right? There's no therapy that they have found that helps with that tissue, that damaged tissue. That's one of the things that they found recently with bakuchiol that helps. It's called ameliorates or make better. It's actually, they're finding that it's actually making that tissue better with just this one ingredient.
Wow. And like you said, just this one ingredient. We
Just
have
the one ingredient, yeah.
whole
And I
slew
could
of
go
other
in for a
amazing,
long,
yeah.
exactly, right.
Wow. Wow. Well, I have a testimonial for you, so I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca.
Awesome.
Hi, I am Rebecca Toussaint. I am Patrick's wife, and we're from Idaho Falls, Idaho. And it's interesting, Dr. Phil, that you talked about cancer, because that's actually what I was going to talk about as well. So I was diagnosed this year with cancer, and went through some pretty rigorous chemo and radiation treatments for a couple months. And, I did some internet searching, and what I could find is it ages you like 10 years, something crazy. And so when I got done with my final radiation treatment, I looked really, really tired, really sad. I had like age spots, and I just felt my skin was pretty beat up. And so I started using the Visage, and I didn't actually tell Patrick, because I'm, unlike him, I'm super skeptical. Like, he's like, oh, this stuff is great, and he's really upbeat, and I'm like, oh, let's see if it really works. That's my personality. And so I did a before picture and used it once a day for 7 weeks, and then did an after picture, and then that's when I showed him. I was like, okay, your stuff actually works, But, and even like a couple days in, people they're like, oh, you look so good. And I would say, oh, okay, yeah, you kind of chalk it up to, well, maybe, I'm eating healthier, or maybe I'm doing something different, right? But just the other day, we went to an event, and there was somebody I hadn't seen in probably 6+ months. And she told me she didn't almost recognize me because I looked so much younger. And I thought that we talked about that, and I was like, that is crazy, because you can't chalk that up to something else. I notice a difference when I use it. I love Visage, and I definitely emotionally, I notice a difference, but then also I just love the way it makes my skin feel, because I wear a little bit of eye makeup, but I don't wear foundation. I don't wear any of that. And so what you see is what you get.
Wow. And your skin looks amazing. I was looking when you were explaining what your skin was like after the treatments. It's hard to believe right now because of how good you look right now. So that's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
It is incredible. You look absolutely beautiful. It's incredible. Like nobody, I'm guessing that people are questioning if you really went through all that because you look fantastic. She did, you guys. I promise she did, but you don't look like it. You absolutely are glowing, and
Sure.
it is absolutely incredible. So what a blessing. And I love how you were also very honest and transparent about being skeptical. I think it's hilarious. I think it's great. So you know what?
Yeah.
Everybody has different personalities, right? Some of us are more skeptical than others. And I encourage you to try these products, get them in your body, make your own judgment, have your own testimonial. They're incredible products. Do you not agree, Dr. Phil?
Absolutely. I absolutely do. Yes. Yeah. And like I said, like we talked about throughout this, like you mentioned, Lori, they all work really well together. I mean, Dr. Dan did a phenomenal job of putting these things together to work so congruently with each other that you don't need any of the rest of the supplements for the most part. I shouldn't say any of them, but I mean, this is such a powerful lineup of products that is going to take care of the majority of what we need as far as supplements are concerned.
Well, this is what I know. I know that the new year is coming up, and I know a lot of people, tend to make New Year's resolutions. And let's make a New Year's resolution. Let's make one that we actually keep to ourselves, that not as a secret, but we keep that resolution that we make to ourselves. I want to spread the word about these products, but you guys, let's be healthier. Let's be healthier in 2025. Let's decide to live longer. Let's decide to do better, even if it's just a little bit, even if it's baby steps. I promise you, I'm not the most perfect eater, or you guys heard me say I haven't been exercising as regularly as I normally do. Like, nobody's perfect. Maybe somebody on here is perfect. It's not me. I'm far from
Not
perfect.
me either. Yeah, I can be
I
my
want
own worst patient sometimes.
I want to do better. I think we all want to do
Right.
better. And I think if we just commit to really taking a look at, what could I do better this year? Here's the thing. You guys just heard from Dr. Phil. You heard from 7 people sharing fantastic testimonials. And I guarantee we could probably do testimonials all night long because there's so many, because these products are so amazing and they're helping so many people. But you know what? You need to have a testimonial of your own. You need to be healthy. You need to start looking younger. Who doesn't want to start looking younger, to start feeling better, to not have the aches and pains and all of these things? I think we all do. So this is what I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to get with the person who invited you on this Zoom. And if you are looking for better health, have that conversation with them. Let them know, I want to feel better. I want to do better in 2025. I would like to get some of these products into my body. And they can send you a link and they can help you out. They can have a little consultation with you and say, hey, I think this would be best for you. I say all of them. But you know what? If you're not ready to try all of them, try one, try two. You know what? You're going to have a testimonial. They're fantastic products. And here's the crazy thing. We can't keep these to ourselves. We need to share these with people. We need to bless other people. We need other people to be able to have some more testimonials. I mean, you heard these testimonials, and I guarantee you're thinking, hey, that's me, or hey, that's my sister, that's my whoever it may be. We got to share these products so everyone can start to feel better, right? And to do better and to live healthier. Well, here's the thing. If you're going to share the products, I just want you guys to know there's a business that goes along with it. There's a business side of this. Now, do you have to do the business side? Absolutely not. You can just take healthy living products and you can keep them all to yourself as a secret. I would not recommend that. I would recommend sharing to the world. And if you're going to share to the world, what's wrong with making a little bit of income, right? What's wrong with that? I don't think anything's wrong with that. I mean, if you're going to bless people, you can share, you can make a little bit of income, your products could become free. You guys, you want to know what? Starting a business for $30? How crazy is that? That's crazy, right? A business that's going to bless lives. Now, again, if that's not for you, totally understand. But if you want to get these healthy products, get with the person who invited you on the Zoom and let them know. I want to get some of these products in my hand. I want to look good. I want to feel good too. Hey, let me in on this. If you want the business side of it as well, guess what? It just so happens tomorrow night, there's going to be a phenomenal presentation. We have a presenter, Mr. Gilbert Anderson. He's a legend in sharing how to build a business with healthy living products. So that'll be tomorrow night. Let the person who invited you on the Zoom, let them know. I'm interested in finding out a little bit more. I would like to be on that 30-minute Zoom tomorrow and see what I think. It's that simple, you guys. So with that, I just want to wish you all a great evening. I want to wish you a happy, a healthy, a healthier 2025. You guys, let's just start to feel better, to do better, and to bless other people's lives. That's what we're doing each and every day. So I can't thank you enough, Dr. Phil, for sharing your expertise. I can't thank all the testimonials enough. You guys, you blessed me. I'm sure you blessed everybody on this Zoom. And you know what? This recording is going to continue to bless people. So thank you to each of you for sharing. And again, thank you to all of our veterans. We couldn't even do a Zoom like this if it wasn't for you. If it wasn't for the men and women that are willing to fight for our countries. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So with that, everyone have a great evening, and we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Lori. Love you all.
Love you guys.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you.